Lemon yum tasty.
Bloop. Bloop. Bloop.
Banger alert warning loudspeaker. Hi mother. "5 years smiley face." QTC party, QTC party, QTC party.
Bloop.
I just wanted to use the strip emote. QTC party, QTC party, QTC party, QTC party, QTC party. Happy Pride.
I don't know. It's like confusing. Hello, chat. She's making the ultimate bisexual treat. Is that what lemon bars are? I don't think lemon bars are particularly bisexual. Happy Pride! I know it's kind of insane that I'm not making a rainbow cake because we've done that a few years in a row on Pride, and I guess this year I'm homophobic. Durs, why aren't we making a rainbow cake? Jojo Seawall made me homophobic. I'll say it. You understand? Ow. Will we get Vanilla Mac on Fear and Cutie? I will ask her to come on Wine about it. The iced tea, like a Long Island iced tea is great. When is AOC going live? Hello, Gamer Wills. I didn't see you in chat. Kerchow, thank you before. Was Gamer Wills who said they liked making the stuff at Deco? I didn't look up. I just said thank you. And Arnold Palmer. No. Well, Arnold, whatever. I've got to take these out of my mouth. We're not going to go far with these in. You're watching, hoping for a lip slip. You never know. Okay, I'm out. Dang it. Frick. Stupid. I meant to text Tina. Tina. I'm having Sunday dinner tonight, and I invited Nick and his girlfriend and Slime, and they are coming. And I was like, who else do I need? Tina Kitten. Like a fancy dinner? No, just Sunday dinner. My mom used to make Sunday dinner every Sunday. And when I went, well, actually my whole family. When I was in Washington for a little bit, we had Sunday dinner, obviously. Isn't Tina at TwitchCon? Oh, then Tina's not coming. Well, never mind then. And then when I was in Utah, I had family there and we were doing Sunday dinners again. And then I came back here and I felt a gaping hole missing in my my life. And so I was like, I need to do Sunday dinners again. Let's doing burpees upstairs. No shade, but. The house is gonna come down. We have like kind of a rickety old house. And we have a rickety old house that's kind of just like tall, not wide. As like a lot of houses in like freaking old Hollywood are. But it's like, I don't think it'll fall over, but like maybe. But like Lud was talking about, he was like, maybe we should put a gym on the third floor because we have a tiny third floor. Like it's just like tippity top of the house. It's like a third floor. It's like a little room. He's like, maybe we could put a gym up there. And I was like, I don't know. With the thumping and like, it feels like it'll fall through. And so I said, I don't think we can do that. But I have an extra room. Okay, like I said, my house is a little weird. Because I have a living room, which you guys saw from the one stream. And I have a kitchen where we are right now. And then I have like an extra side room that I think is supposed to be, I think that's supposed to be like the formal living room. And this is supposed to be like this is supposed to be the watch TV living room. And I was going to Dreamworld, and Dreamworld is stupid sometimes because it's not realistic. Dreamworld, I was going to just make like a stage kitchen in there. Like super, super pretty, super, super cute stage kitchen. So then I could record videos like Rosanna Pensino. I was calling it a baking studio. I wanted to make a baking studio in there. Cause like this kit, like if you guys don't know about baking, if you're really into baking, the amount of shit I have for baking is crazy. So if I could just have a room where it's all organized, cause like right now I have some of my cake stuff there, some of my cake stuff there, my cookie stuff there, my cake pans there, my cake boxes there, like all this stuff. So I was like, maybe I could just make a kitchen studio in there. But then like slowly, more and more, I've felt like selfish about that. And I think I might have to make that side room a gym. But it's weird because it's like not that big of a room. And it's right off the kitchen and it's open facing. And I'm like, we can't just have an open face gym. But we also I don't want to add a door there. So I'm in this weird, I don't know. I'm not going to put a curtain up. What do you think this is, a frat house? Dracon, thank you for the 2 months. Don't they have a gym at the warehouse? Yeah, they do, but I don't go there. Fuck that shit up, Durs. Go crazy. Thank you for the sub. Pocket door? Ugh, I guess we could, but I don't know. It's a whole thing. Cutie, you don't have any rubber bands, at least look like that's good. The attachments are annoying. You get used to it. My jaw sensitivity and pain gets better. Joint. Oh, I only have to wear my Invisalign for 6 months total. So I literally can't complain. I should shut up. I honestly feel like I could do it in half the time, but I guess I won't. Because it's like, I feel like I could change them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I should just skip to the next one. But you have to like wait for the doctor to tell you or whatever. Brooklyn, thank you for the 15. No, the root could die if they move too fast? Oh. Oh. Baby Britt, thank you for the 23. I didn't know that. On the bright side, I haven't skipped a set. I'm just like annoyed because I went from thing number 1 where they made me wear it an extra week because I'll be honest, I was only wearing it at night. I thought I could get away with that. I couldn't. So they made me wear it an extra week. And then they shift me to trays number 2. I have to wear those for 2 weeks. Anyway, I have to keep every 2 weeks. You're supposed to I have to change them. But I do hate them. And I also don't know where I put them over there. I do lose them a lot, which is bad. Is your dog okay? Yeah, he's okay. Google it. It's 100% real. I believe you. I do notice I snack a little less. But, oh yeah, Sunday dinner today, I think I'm doing lemon chicken. And then I'm going to do like a salad, lemon chicken, some vegetables, maybe some risotto, and then homemade ice cream. But then I think that's too creamy if I do lemon chicken and then risotto. So I might do couscous, lemon chicken, couscous, vegetables, salad, homemade ice cream for the fam. Where's the 90s music? It's been playing. Can you guys not hear it? I thought couscous wasn't gluten-free. Is it not? Frick. We can? Okay, so that guy's just complaining. What about potatoes? I like to avoid potatoes because potatoes just break down to sugar in your body. And so if I am choosing between ice cream or potatoes, I'm going to go with ice cream. You know? Quinoa is gluten-free. Quinoa, but not couscous? That sucks. Do you not like potatoes? I do like potatoes. You just have to choose. I try to choose when I come to my sugars that I'm going to consume. And obviously, for the record, potatoes are definitely healthier for you than ice cream. But no. We have to get a black mold inspector to come in and triple check. And then we'll know more. But we're just having some peace and quiet for a second. But I did 13 miles on the Peloton yesterday, so that's pretty good. I'm back on my Peloton grind, and the day before I only did 8, but. QT, do you have advice on to be a better cook? I'm a bad cook, but I'm not a bad cook, but definitely not good. You just have to do it more. You ran 13 miles? I biked. What's your handle on Peloton? You trying to see my classes? Are you trying to see my classes? I will say 90% of the time, I'm just doing chaperone class. But I've been trying to expand the last 2 days. I did an Olivia Rodrigo class. It was fine. And then yesterday I did, thank you for the biddies. Good luck with your assignment. Yesterday I did like a mixed class because it had new romantics on it and espresso. And I was like, I'll try that. It was fine. What's your goal in fitness? Dream world for me is not a good answer because I'm going to say a weight number, which I shouldn't do. So I'm not going to say that. Actually, I'm going to coach ourselves and not just say a weight number. I would just like to be stronger and have a bigger booty. But I'm not doing anything with glutes right now. I'm just doing the Peloton, so that's not really helping the glutes. I mean, it's probably slightly helping the glutes. How do you want to feel? I want to feel skinty. And I want to feel snatched, which I do believe would be about 10 pounds lighter than I am now. But I've thought about doing a personal trainer again. I hate weightlifting. It's so boring. Does anyone else feel that way? I hate weightlifting. I hate it so much. I thought about maybe just going to a personal trainer like 2 times a week. I was like, maybe I can do that. Girl, you gotta try Pilates. I was doing Pilates religiously. I need to find another Pilates studio. Because I stop by Deco usually when they're closed, for the record, so don't go there searching for me. But Deco was like my excuse to get out of the house in the morning. So I'd go to Deco, and there's this Pilates studio right next to Deco. And so I'd go to that Pilates studio, and then I'd go to Deco, and then I'd get coffee, and then I'd live my best life. It was awesome. But they closed. The Pilates studio next to Deco closed. Apparently they had mold. And I was like, why is mold following me everywhere? Yeah. So I was like, oh. So now I need to find a new Pilates studio, which I did look. There's some Pilates studios by my house. It's just hard because then you got to make friends again. You got to learn the rules again. I didn't have any friends. I don't know why I said make friends. But you know what I'm saying? You got to like start over. You got to learn like the ins and outs of the place you're going. And I'm shy. And listen, I'm doing good with the Peloton. Let's focus on that. And then once we're good on that, we can add Pilates. And then once we're good on that, we can add personal training. Ugh, why is it like this? You can do online classes. You would think that. But unfortunately, me as a human cannot hold myself accountable to that. I can hold myself accountable to 1,000 hours of a project to work on, but I can't hold myself accountable on like working out. It's like, I just hate it. I've never liked working out. I think it's miserable. I hate it so much. I hate working out. Go to the early class that Foosley does. She does not live by me. Get a home trainer, less stressful. Well, I don't have any equipment. So that's why I might have to like turn that room into a gym, and then maybe I could get a home trainer. You know who I wanted? That Kevin guy. That Kevin guy that was on Austin's King of the Hill that he had me go on. And he was a trainer. I was like, who's that? And I added him on Discord and then didn't accept it. Hemming Jen, thank you for the sub. Get an accountability buddy? I can't because I just get annoyed at people. I know my limits, guys. I've learned my limits. If I have like a friend that's like, are you working out to me? I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I get really annoyed. It doesn't work on me. I don't feel guilt. I don't feel anything like that. I just feel irritability. I'd kill to see you do a month with Will. I would literally want to murder him with my bare hands. And I know that. Thank goodness it didn't explode. And then the boys walked away. And then the other helicopter came and it landed. And the boys got out of that helicopter just fine. And then they were able to kill Osama bin Laden, which is like crazy because like respectfully, can I say something a little, maybe you guys won't like this. They go in there, they see him, they shoot him. I cannot believe, I don't believe in torture, obviously. I don't believe in torture, but I cannot believe that some of like the people that just like worked for Obama went to Guantanamo. Oh, not Obama, sorry, Osama. That's dyslexia. I can't believe that some of the people that worked for Osama went to Guantanamo Bay and was like tortured, but Osama gets out with just a shot. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Because like something about me personally, I've always said this. I would never make someone that works for me do a job that I wouldn't or couldn't do. Besides Nico and reaching something really tall or heavy. I just simply can't do that. But like I would never be like, you know, pick up that dead rat. I would be like, call a boy. That's a boy. Maybe Nico could do the dead rat actually. But I'm just saying, like I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't make Trisha do that. I'd be like, oh, we got to call someone for that. That one's yuck, you know? And so I think it's crazy that Osama bin Laden, number one, bad employer, kind of a bad boss. I would like to make that very clear. And I just think it's crazy that he just got off with just a shot in the freaking head. That's crazy. I mean, torture to get info, they don't need info from him. I bet he had some info. Passwords to computers. I know Hoss Frogs are here because they're all trying to at you. They're trying to correct me. Guys, I watched a documentary. I'm an expert. I was only on my phone for half of it. Okay? I don't need you guys atting me. Did you watch it? I don't think so. I also have 133 IQ. So keep that in mind. Also, can we just talk about, I'm going to say something brave. You guys might not like this. I believe Rainbow could have prevented 9/11 with my whole heart. I kept thinking that last night. I kept watching that documentary and I was like, damn, if we had Rainbow. He was 3. It's really selfish of his parents not to like help out the CIA. It's also crazy. Can I just say, it is, I have to say something insane. And maybe you guys won't agree with me. Watching this documentary, they're like, oh, we're getting all these reports that like Osama bin Laden or like Al Qaeda is coming after the airplanes. They got those reports in July. They did not up security at the airports until after the airplanes hit buildings. Hello? Isn't that crazy? And then like fast forward like a year or whatever, some guy goes on an airplane with a shoe bomb and then they're like, oh, we should check shoes too. Yeah. I'm like, come on. What is happening? Did Cutie watch a conspiracy documentary? No, I watched a real documentary. Anyway, it's definitely Bush's fault, like 1,000%. Like, I think he, like, At the end of the day, like, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
What the That was not in it. That didn't come up one time.
No, he did that shit. He's proud of it.
Hi. Hey.
It's also interesting that the real guy, I forget his name, which is good I forget his name. KSM. Oh, because I kept thinking it was KMS. KSM was like Obama's like homie, and it was he hated the towers. He like had full autism for the towers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He was like obsessed with the towers, and he tried to bomb them in 1993, and they didn't fall down. And so then he went to...
He did bomb them in 1993.
Osama. Sorry, I keep getting Osama and Obama mixed up.
That was crazy.
I know.
That was a crazy
But
mix-up.
there's just one letter.
You call him Obama's homie?
Sorry, Osama.
That's crazy.
Oh, frick. Okay,
Damn.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, you're on the right platform.
Osama's homie,
Uh-huh.
KSM.
Obama.
Osama's homie.
Yeah.
Osama's homie, KSM,
Yeah.
has autism for the towers. He's obsessed with them. 1993, he bombs them.
Autism for the towers.
He's obsessed with
them.
them. He knows all the
You
details.
don't have to call that autism for the towers.
I have the pass.
I want to say autistic people have very few terrorist attacks under their belt.
No,
Shout
no,
out autistic people.
I don't think autistic people are inherently terrorists. I'd like to make that very clear.
That's brave.
I just think he had a bit of
That's brave.
towertism.
Hold up, let's clap for that. That's really brave.
Thank you. He was obsessed with the towers, like obsessed. He bombs them in 1993. He's pissed off they don't fall down.
Yeah, they didn't fall.
He's like, oh, if I would have been an inch over, they would have fallen.
Yeah.
He goes to Osama and he's like, yo, homie, we gotta do this. Osama's like, you cooked. They do that. They take down the towers. Everyone is like, Osama bin Laden, and he gets all the credit. You know, KSM was like pissed that he didn't get his name.
You know what was just
In the
stupid?
lights. And I think that's kind of funny.
In the documentary, it was like, in 2005, they got a lead. Somebody said that KSM might be the architect behind this. And it's like, how is the guy, the only other time it's ever been bombed in history was that guy. How is he not suspect number one?
I don't know. I told you, we
He's
need
the
more.
only guy who has ever bombed it ever, and they're like, nah, it probably wasn't him again.
More girly pops on the CIA.
Yeah, I think
We need
actually
them.
most of the CIA now is trans girly pops who kind of run our intelligence as a country.
Yeah. Yeah. I kept saying to Ludwig, I was like, tell me my ex-best friend from high school's in there. I'll know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. I found out the weirdest thing in the weirdest way.
Oh, what a setup.
I found out because it's
Got
just
me on the edge of my seat.
no, because it's just like you find like as you exist and you'll like check in on like your friend from high school, like you'll randomly go to her Instagram and be like, what is she up to? Blah 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 blah.
I don't do this for long.
That's because you don't care about people.
That's not true. And that's hurtful to say.
Who do you care about?
My mother,
Okay.
my sister,
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
the yard guys,
Uh-huh.
Durs, Coots,
Those are cats.
they count.
Okay.
You can go on weekdays.
Anyway, if you're a girly pop, you know you get bored. You like to check in. It's like checking on a Pokemon card, seeing if it's still PSA 10 or whatever. Okay? That's what it is.
Not how it works with Pokemon cards. Just
I don't know about Pokemon cards.
check and see if there's still PSA.
All I know is every girly pop in the whole wide world can tell you what their ex-best friend from high school is doing. They just can. They can tell you what their ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend is doing. We're just bored. Okay? We used to have town halls where we can talk about this. We don't have them anymore. We have Venmo where we can see who's paying who and assume that they're fucking. That's what we do. It's awesome.
You do this?
Yeah. Don't make that judgmental noise.
Wait, why not?
This is girlhood. Why are you mad?
One of my rights is to go to scoff.
Scoff at girlhood?
don't.
Girlhood had saved lives.
I'm scoffing at the Venmo thing.
You don't understand. A girl can see like two people Venmoing and she's like, oh, fuck, that guy is actually dating that guy. He's cheating. And then that's how they find out. That's girlhood.
I just also think
Trisha is shaking her head.
I just also think a girl could find out the solution for cancer, and I feel like it's taking time away.
Well, we can't actually because we haven't got enough opportunities in the scientific field as women because they leave us at home because they think we're stupid.
You're forced to do this.
I'm
back on your side now.
Thank you.
You could be doing so much more, but you're forced.
It's like the hamsters that drink cocaine. Because there's cocaine in the hamster and they don't have anything.
What you're watching. watching?
So they get addicted to cocaine. We get addicted to this because it's all we have.
Watching weird shows.
It's girlhood. You stand on that shit. I am. Every girl here knows. And if you're saying it's not true, you are a pick-me. And even me calling you a pick-me also makes me a pick-me. That's how it works. It's cyclical. But that's what it is. That's girlhood. I'm sad he left because I was going to say something insane. But he would have scoffed at it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I found out, this is crazy. This is a crazy thing I found out. I can't tell you how I found out. I stumbled across this. Literally, it came to me from the universe. I found out that I've told a few stories of like people trying to like slide on him and like fuck him while we're in a relationship. And I'm like, what the frick? Like, I'm like, what's going on? Long story short, there was this one girl. One time, Lud was like at this event, and I get this text from this girl that's like, hey, I'm friends with this girl that's actively trying to sleep with Ludwig. And I was like, what the heck? Why are you friends with her? Bad friend. And she's like, I'm not really friends with her. I don't really like her. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And she's like, anyway, I just wanted to give you a heads up. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm not there. He'll make the right decision. And I left it at that. Fast forward, I was hiring for an assistant once, and she DM'd me, and she was like, can I be your assistant? And I was like, that's crazy because I know this about you. You don't know that I know this about you. That's crazy, kooky, crazy. This is the shortest version of this story. Anyway, fast forward to a few days ago, I randomly found out, small world too, because this girl's from Washington. I'm from Washington. Okay? So like all my friends from high school and stuff are from Washington. Fast forward, I found out randomly, I don't know how, oh, I do know how, because I still follow one of my friends from high school who is friends with like one of my ex's current girlfriends or something like that. So I still follow my friend, and she tagged she posted a picture of a bunch of girls, and in the picture, one of the pictures, it was like a slideshow, was that girl who tried to sleep with Ludwig and like one of my ex's current girlfriends, and they're like best friends now. And I was like, what? I was like, they must have the best goss about me specifically. I was like, I would love to hear their goss would be so fun. Wouldn't their goss be so fun? I'm like so jealous of it. Imagine. Wouldn't that be so fun? Because there's no way they would know. Like genuinely, there's like, they're from, like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how they became friends. I have no clue. I just saw the tag and I was like, what? I need to get them on Wine about it. I feel like it's stalking you with extra steps. I don't think they're stalking me. I genuinely think it's just a coincidence, and it's insane because I've said this before. People from Washington, they don't know QTCinderella. People from Washington, my friends, know Blair. They don't know QTCinderella. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's a Hannah Montana situation. That's just how it is. But this girl who like tried to sleep with Ludwig knows QTCinderella, obviously, because she knows Ludwig. So I'm like, the day that they're like having drinks and they have this little convo and they figure this all out, oh my God, so fun. I'm like so jealous of their moment that they're gonna have. It's gonna be so fun. It's all I could think about. I called Maya and I told her, and I was like, they're gonna have so much fun talking about me. Like, oh my God, I hope they love it. So fun. Could you imagine? They're gonna have so much fun. And that's girlhood. They are not obsessed with me. They don't know. I genuinely don't think they became friends with me as like the bridge there. I think they became friends and they're gonna figure it out at some point. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so fun. They're gonna have so much fun, both shitting on me. Cause like you have to. You gotta shit on, you know how it works. You know how it goes. But if they already know, then they've already had so much fun, and I'm so jealous. You're the type to love on, hate on girlhood in the same sentence. I love it. Yeah, I do, but I respect it. I just respect girlhood. At the end of the day, I respect it. I've had people like talk shit on me, and I'll like call them because I'll be like, hey, I heard you think I'm a bitch. And they'll be like, oh, how'd you hear that? And I'm like, I don't know, so-and-so told me. And it's fine, I understand. You had to get it out of your system. I'm just seeing if I should do anything differently. And they're like, no, I was just mad. I'm like, cool, no worries. Sometimes you just have to talk shit and you don't even mean it. And we all have to accept that everyone talks shit and they don't really mean it. At the end of the day, those two girls, I could probably be best friends with them. I could probably be best friends with any girl 90% of the time. And that's girlhood. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun with this. Can you tell it's been a while since I've recorded wine about it? Is it confirmed that she tried sleeping with Ludwig? Yes. Because the original girl, we'll call her Samantha, sent me screenshots of Brittany's like texting Samantha being like literally, this was so many years ago. I think it was like literally sending pictures of Ludwig from afar and like, I'm going to ask him to like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it was like aggressive. And I was like, whoa. But like Ludwig's a good guy. So I genuinely wasn't worried. I was just like, this is crazy. Girlhood has nothing on bro code. Actually, I think bro code is more toxic than girlhood. You know why? I'm going to say this and then we're going to actually make our lemon bars. I'm sorry that I've been yapping so much. Bro code is so toxic. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because girlhood is, I'm going to say this and I hope this chatter, a few chatters here know this situation, but like, okay. This is girlhood. So-and-so are dating. And I'm going to make this real. 2 streamers that you know are dating. And people can't really tell if they're public dating or if they're not dating or if they're public dating. People don't know, right? A viewer in my chat ends up meeting said man streamer. And said man streamer solicits sexy things from them. And said man streamer keeps saying, oh, we're in an open relationship. You don't have to worry about it. We're in an open relationship. You don't have to worry about it. We're in an open relationship. You don't have to worry about it. Viewer reaches out to my mod team and is like, I feel uncomfortable about this. Does QT know this, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll just talk to her. Like, I know this person. So I was like, I feel comfortable talking to her. So I talked to her and I'm like, girl, what happened? She tells me and I go, they are not in an open relationship. He is cheating on her with you. And then she goes, oh, fuck, that sucks. And I said, that's a bummer. I said, that is no good. That sucks. And I go, do you want me to talk to her? She said, yes, see if she's comfortable talking to me. I said, great, I'm going to talk to the guy first because I'm closer to the guy. And I just am going to give him a chance, right? just like, thank you so much for telling me. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me. I would love to talk to the girl. Tell her I'm not mad at her. Like, like, I know he must have lied to her. I know he must have manipulated her. Like, please let me talk to her. Like, And I was like, okay. She's just sobbing. And I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the two of them talk. At least she knows. At least I did my due diligence. Fast forward, they are still together. So then that's girl code where you say, well, I don't need to report back. So, but at least I followed girl code. The first steps. You know what I'm saying? Surely she'll fix him. I don't know. But sometimes people don't want to be saved. You all saw the Titanic. That guy could have got on the door. Sometimes they just don't want to. A man will hear that story and say, then why did you say anything? Nothing happened. Cause, also I'm just like an extreme rule follower. So when people like break the rules, especially in relationships, I'm like, actually, not okay. But yeah. Yeah, you have to give people a chance to make their own informed decisions. And honestly, if you did hear that they cheated again, like if I heard that, I would also tell them again. I really would. I'd be like, hey, just checking in. Maybe you guys do have an open relationship now. I just feel the response. I got to tell you this. I can't know information about your relationship that you don't know. That's not fair to anybody. So, have you spoken to him since it all happened? No. So that's also girl code. You cut the guy out. You say, see ya, you're a horrible guy. And then you say, when you're ready and you need a friend, girly pop, I'm here. I'm here when you need it. Because I gave him a chance, you know. It wasn't like, it's not like I didn't give him a chance to tell her, you know. But he also could have like lied his way through it. Who knows? But
Love the OOTD queen.
thank you. That's so sweet. Never talk to the guy again. Not worth it. But he there for the girl whenever she needs it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I promised an update. My sim is pregnant. Congratulations. You can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. I have learned that lesson time and time and time and time again. But you have to learn that lesson in order to like at least have peace with trying to help. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yap session adjourned. There are so many of you that want to make lemon bars and you're like, girl, shut up. Who is ready to make some lemon bars? When is the Ron stream? Dude, I don't know. I'm okay. I'm not using my normal notebook. There's only 7K. Are there 7,000 people here? I thought this was a safe space. Oh my God. 7,000 people heard me talk about Osama bin Laden. It's so over for me. Oh. I didn't realize. Don't check Reddit or Twitter. I won't. For the record, I like to make it clear, I am a comedian. If you're like, no, you're not, you're just saying that to cover yourself. I have done stand-up. I have the receipts, so that makes me a professional. I made money from it. That means I'm a professional. I am a comedian. Everything I said was satirical or in for the sake of entertainment and humor. Okay? I am friends with Nikki Glacier. It was for your entertainment. I don't actually think... I don't know what I said. Anything bad, forget it, okay? Just forget about it. I know, oh yeah, I know Osama and Obama are different people. I have dyslexia and it's really hard when their names sound so similar. I do the same thing with people named Kristen and Kirsten and Christine. It's very confusing to me. Their names are simply the same. Okay. Just call him Barack? Well, you should have said that earlier. Should you have not? You're a little late. Okay. All right, lemon bars, everybody. I'm just writing down my recipe because this is how I start all my recipes, because when I used to work in a bakery, this is how we would start all of our recipes. You write them down and it'll make you go faster. I don't know what it is. It just puts it in the forefront of your brain and then you're a happy camper. Okay. The recipe is in my Discord or on my Twitter if you are interested. I'm new here. Are you some sort of professional baker? I know you might think that I'm just a comedian based on everything I said. However, I did used to be a pastry chef. I was a pastry chef for many years, and then I became a wedding cake designer, and now I don't have a job. Now I am unemployed, unfortunately. But I'm here to teach you for free what cost me a lot of money to learn. So let's freaking go. If you are not baking along today, I encourage you to join our next one next week for banana bread, which I'll get the ingredients posted sooner than later because you should buy your bananas right now. The older your bananas are, the better. Yeah, so if you're like, wow, cutie, I didn't know you do these. We do try to do them on the weekends, either on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the day. Okay. Freaking Ray is in the chat and she's like, I'm home. Do you guys want to practice? No, I don't want to practice. What do I need to practice for? Gosh. Okay, all right. Bop, 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 bop to the top. She's gonna murder you? Not if I hide. Okay, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Oh, we have a fun thing today. We are making, oh wait, are we not? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking this recipe. We're not doing how I like to do it. Okay, for those of you who have made lemon bars with me before, I've done them a few ways. I've done them a few ways. And I prefer a gooey way where you just make your crust, then you put lemon curd on top, and it's like kind of a mess. But most humans don't do that because it's a mess. So today's recipe, let me see. Today's recipe, we're not making a curd, which is going to make all of your lives so much easier, including mine because I'm teaching. But it's not the way I prefer it. So I'm just going to teach you this way and maybe, wait, Cutie, are you starting already? Let me get ready. What do you mean starting already? I've been fluffing for an hour and 17 minutes. What are you talking about? If you aren't rock hard by now, then I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. All right, I know what I'm doing. Everyone's locked in. We're locked in. Too many HR moments today, not gonna lie. Well, good thing we don't have HR, Nico. Talk to Durs about it. Take it up with Durs. Honestly, actually, you know what? Grow up. That's my response. Grow up. You want to talk to HR? I could be a boss like freaking Osama. He was a horrible boss. You're so lucky. Obama, great boss. Osama, not so much. All right, we are gonna preheat our oven to 350 degrees for you weirdos in Europe. That's 176 Celsius. Preheat, preheat, preheat. Once you preheat, go like this. Not baking, I just want to be included. Okay. What are we doing? We're making lemon bars. Read the title. What do you think is going on? Can you shout out Brazil? Shout out Brazil. There's nothing I love more than Brazil. I've never been, but I wish I could go. Oh yeah, where's your shirt? I don't know. I actually lost it. I won't lie to you guys. My one Brazil shirt is gone. I lost it. I don't know. How? It's a good question. Me personally, I'm not taking questions at this time. Thank you. All right. We're going to start with our crust. It's pretty easy, you guys. You know what? I'm going to be like you guys to do it today. If you do not have a mixer, we're doing mixer list today. We're doing a mixer list run. Call us crazy. Some of you don't have mixers, so sometimes I do this for you to relate to the poors. Just kidding. To the beginners. A lot of beginners don't have mixers. So we're going to do a mixer list. All right, we're going to need 2 bowls total. Actually, we might be able to get away with just one. God, why are my bowls cracking like this? Piss me off. We're just all doing that. All right. Stretch your fingers. Nice. Ow. Never mind. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Am I the only one live today? Why do I have 7? I'm not over that. I don't know why we have 7K. Yes? Oh, okay. Now I know. No one else is on the website? Then we're actually doing bad if we're... Oh, no one else is on the website. If no one's on the website and we have 7K... Oh. Okay, all right. So let's get our measuring cups out. We have our medium-sized bowl. We're making our crust first. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Lemon tart crust is pretty much just a shortbread crust. So you're kind of making a shortbread cookie, which is awesome. There's a few, once you get better at baking, there's a lot of fun things you can do. Like, you could do a graham cracker crust with your lemon bars. You could do a ginger snap crust. You could kind of do like a vanilla wafer crust. Like you could do any cookie crust. One time when I was feeling extra goofy crazy, I forget what it was. I made like a vanilla pudding tart, and I used Chips Ahoy as a crust. I was like, oh, that's so fun. We can do like a cookie crust. And anyway, there's lots of things you can do. But today we are going to do a shortbread crust. And so we're going to start with our flour. I think there's a lot of beginners here today, so I'm going to teach you. I'm going to go a little slow. So we're going to do 2.5 cups of flour. So one thing about flour is with this recipe, it doesn't super matter. But if you have a problem with your cakes being too dense or too dry, it's probably because you're measuring your flour wrong. Sometimes when you measure your flour, a lot of people will scoop and put pressure on it. You're actually gonna have way more flour than you need if you do that. What you wanna do is just a light scoop. Like, it shouldn't ever go against the wall of your container. Just a light scoop, and then just scrape it off. If you're really paranoid about it, you can even spoon into your container and then scrape it off. Yeah, climb a buzza. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Stargirl, thank you for Demon Gifted sub. This is why measured by weight is better. It is true. It's just not as approachable for the home baker. That's why I don't do it. Because not everyone has a weight at home. That is my answer. BakeALongs. This is something about BakeALongs. BakeALongs are not made for me to show off my baking skills. That's not what they're made for. BakeALongs are made to be approachable for people at home to learn how to bake. That's what they're for. So if you're sitting here and like, Cutie, why aren't you doing that? It's because it's not approachable. Okay, so I've done 2 cups and it's 2.5 cups total of flour. And we're just gonna plop that in there. Okay, what can I substitute lemon for? You could almost do any citrus. So you could do grapefruit, you could do orange, you could do lime. There is a more advanced version of lemon bars. So there's a more advanced version. Yes, that's the version I was talking about, the ooey gooey, we make curd, we put it on top, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that. Oh, not normal sugar, we're doing powdered sugar here. Mick Tomalds, thank you for the 9. Whoa, my dryer's going crazy on the beat. Okay, 2/3 cup of powdered sugar going into the same bowl. And like I said, we're being casual today. We're doing this by hand. Okay. Nice. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Why powdered? Great question. The reason being, in this shortbread recipe, it bakes really quickly. We don't have to worry about the sugar melting. We don't have to worry about the granulars of the granulated sugar giving you that texture. You could be fine doing it, but it gives you a harder crust. And we want a light, flaky, kind of crumbly crust. So that's why we do powdered sugar. If I'm using salted butter, should I leave out the salt? Yes, if you're using salted butter, don't add salt here. But we're gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt right in there. Okay. Now, we're doing 12 tablespoons of butter. And unlike a normal shortbread recipe, we would incorporate this butter cold or in little chunks. We're gonna melt this, which is gonna make your lives a little easier. So here's my butter. I always work with unsalted butter so I can control the amount of salt I'm adding. But you know, you don't have to. I hate waiting for butter to soften. Yeah, this one's nice because you can just melt it in the microwave. Okay, don't melt it completely. Do melt it completely. We're not doing softened butter here. We are doing melted butter here. Okay? So we are gonna melt it. Ignore people in chat, listen to me. I'm gonna put this in the microwave. We're just gonna do 30 seconds at a time. You don't wanna do longer than that. It might pop and explode and it's really annoying to clean out of your microwave. So we're just gonna do 30 seconds at a time. Give it a nice stir, 30 seconds at a time. Gonna sit on it to melt my butter. I don't recommend, but you do you. I only have a 9x9 dish. Should I split between two? You'll be fine 9x9. You'll just have a bit thicker. That's fine. How many sticks of butter? So it's confusing because in Europe their sticks are bigger than ours. Just their sticks. Don't get offended. But it's essentially 3/4 cup of butter, which in America is a stick and a half. 12 tablespoons, stick and a half. Okay, my butter is actually melted just off of that. Okay, and we're just gonna, I'm gonna do, before I stir that in, I'm actually just gonna, you can do a wooden spoon here. You don't have to do a whisk. You can do a wooden spoon or a spatula. We're just gonna mix this in. Just, this is our flour, our powdered sugar, our salt. We just want that evenly distributed. So hopefully it doesn't like end up in one spot and then you have one really salty one and then everything else isn't, you know? Okay. Here, we don't have to let the butter cool. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. And we're just gonna pour this in. I'm gonna even scrape it out. Any remaining. And now we're just gonna mix it. And it's gonna come really thick. I personally love recipes you can do by hand. When I worked in the bakery, I'm not kidding you, the amount of times I just threw on gloves, got a bowl this big, and I just fucking mixed it. Because your hands are actually one of your best tools in baking. And I'm gonna switch to my hands here in a second. So it's getting really crumbly, it's really dry. I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna go in. Don't leave your water running while you're lathering. Save the earth, okay? Yeah, we do it all here. Environmentalism, baking, politics, girlhood lectures. We've got it all. Sexual desire, music. Multifaceted. No gloves. Yeah, I mean, you're just baking for home. Also, I really hate to break the fourth wall. A lot of you don't know this, and it's going to upset you. But did you know, technically, if you have a food handler's permit, you don't have to wear gloves. In a food handler's permit, you don't have to wear gloves at a restaurant. As long as your hands are washed and your nails are short, then it passes health safety rules. You do not have to wear gloves if you work at a restaurant. I know, some people get really grossed out. All of your food has trace amounts of hand sweat and fecal matter. All right, so I'm gonna just come in here. I'm gonna start mushing this together. And it is a-okay if it doesn't come together perfectly. That's totally fine. Mine is very, 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 very crumbly. Like it kind of breaks apart really easy, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna take this. You don't even have to grease your tray for this. Like, you're gonna be okay just going in because it's so dry. Honestly, this might be more dough than I want. And then you're just gonna push it down, and this is your crust. And if you are working with a smaller pan, which my pan is kind of small, you can just remove some like dough. If you don't like a thick crust, you can just remove some. I might just remove some dough. Pan looks 4 inches long. It's a pretty small pan. It's like probably it's like a 12 by 6. It's smaller than a usual. It's not a 9 by 13. So mine are gonna be a little thicker, but that's okay. I'm using a rolling pin. Is that a good or a bad idea? That's a fine idea. We're just gonna get it nice and pressed in there. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands again. Okay. Okay. We're gonna put this in the oven for 20 minutes. All right? 20 minutes. Mods, can you set a timer? Does the timer command still work? Oh, it does. Shout out Nico. All right. Okay, we're gonna clean as we go. So we've got 20 minutes. So you can now, we're still gonna keep our flour. We're still gonna take our powdered sugar. Okay, you actually can't clean up much at all. Can you say the temperature again? 350 Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius. There's not much we can clean up at the moment. Okay, that can go over here. We're just gonna wipe ourselves clean, and we're gonna do a second clean bowl for our lemon filling, okay? I actually love recipes like this. My favorite recipes are like, while one thing is going, you can work on another thing instead of just sitting and waiting. Those are my favorite recipes. Temperature for a convection oven? Convection ovens are hard. I usually will adjust by about 20 degrees. But it depends on your oven. I can't give you a confident answer there. You're so smart. I'll tell you what. Baking is one of the only things in my life that I have my 10,000 hours in. Besides League of Legends, obviously. But number one, my IQ is high. Number two, my autism score is high. Number three, my baking hours is really high. I have my 10,000 hours in baking. There's no doubt in my mind. So I am, unfortunately for you guys, a bit of an expert when it comes to baking. IQ isn't real. Only you would think that. All the way down there. What do you have, 80? It. Sorry, breaking news. Foosley bought a giant Labubu. I still don't have one Labubu. Get one? I don't know how. You have a store full of them? No, I just have Labubu charms. Ooh, chat. I went there the other day when we were closed. I know you guys don't care. I kind of want to record ASMR videos or like ASMR TikTok live stream of restocking the charms because it is my favorite thing in the world. I went there for like 4 hours the other day when we were closed and I just did all the restocking and we were like empty on so many things because of all the online orders and stuff. Oh my God. It was so satisfying. I was filling everything up. It was like, I loved it. I loved it. It was awesome. It was so cool. I love it. Did you turn a profit yet? No. We're still in the hole, but this month is our best month in a long shot. If we had multiple months like this month, then we will be out of the hole soon. But we also bought a bunch of stuff this month because of the tariffs and stuff. So I'm scared to look at how much we spent this month versus how much we made. We might have actually shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. So that's going to be a problem. But Wine About It Patreon, we go over that stuff. We do small business talk on the Wine About It Patreon, which obviously we have all of our guest episodes, so it'll happen sometime in July. We'll talk about that. So it's simple to make a profit, just sell more than you buy. I hadn't thought of that. We panic bought? Okay. All right. Okay. It was me. We are, as soon as we have a good system for the online store, which we're getting there. Nico's working out some of the kinks. We've gotten like sprinkles. We sprinkles come with your stuff now. We've learned some kinks. Like, it's a small business. These things happen. But as soon as we feel really confident, then we'll open it on TikTok Shop as well, which I don't know if that'll actually drive business. I have no clue. But we'll see. And we'll figure out shipping to Canada, and we'll figure out shipping to EU. When is my order shipping? Soon. So if you just bought an order in the last 3 days, it does say on the website it could take 5 days for it to package, and it's because accidentally, unfortunately, we spent too much, and so the card got declined. The card got declined that pulls out the ship that we pay for shipping with. It got declined. So we have to wait until the payment goes through, and then your item will ship. Unfortunately, this is my bad. Okay, it's my bad. My bad. But it is coming, and on the website we do have the buffer. It does say it could take 5 days. Okay. Good luck with international shipping, but I'm sure people will pay those prices. Yeah, international shipping will suck. But whatever. We'll figure it out. You really down in margin? We just had too many startup costs, so we just haven't made that money back. And we had a lot of months where we just weren't making enough money to pay for rent and employees, unfortunately. But for the summer, we're going to be open on Mondays and Tuesdays and have extended hours. So maybe we'll make it back. All right. So you're not making a profit. No, not yet. Shut up, everybody. How much staff does your shop have? We have the manager and 2 employees, but they're currently hiring for another part-time. Is there a way to buy more individual big charms like the Blue Boos? Couldn't find it on there. No, because we don't have a good inventory system for those, because they just because we can only buy limited stock. It's it's kind of, there's some kink. Like I said, we're working out some kinks, and hopefully we'll have more charm suites eventually. We just have to figure, we just want it to be more efficient before we expand it. And Nico's still working on the website to make it so when you go over stuff, the picture gets big and whatever. So I'd rather get all of that stuff fluid before we add anything. But yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay, back to our lemon bars. You guys are not gonna like this. Actually, this might be way too much filling for my pan, but it can be thick, it's fine. Okay, we're going to do 3 cups of sugar. It's a lot of filling. A 9x13 pan is ideal for this, but whatever. 1. We have more streamer employees. Yeah, at some point. Leslie wants to work there. I think Peach Jars wants to work there. 3 cups, really? Can you guys confirm? This is gonna be way too much filling. Is that what it says on the paper? That is what it says? All right, we're doing it. All right, 3 cups sugar. Thick off filling. If you did a 9x13 pan, you're gonna be happy. If you didn't do a 9x13 pan, you might have too much filling. Okay. Now we are gonna zest. It says 3 tablespoons, but I'm just gonna add, I'm just gonna add any lemon that I'm using, which I assume a cup of lemon juice is gonna be about 4 lemons. It might be more, but I'm just gonna add all that zest in here. You kind of can't, it says a cup in the Discord. More people said it says 3 cups, so I think you're wrong. You're reading the long. Okay, yeah, 3 cups. All right, so I assume we're gonna need at least 4 lemons. So we're gonna add just the zest from 4 lemons. So kind of ignore the 3 tablespoons of zest. Let's just do all of our lemons worth of zest. And you just wanna get enough where you're not getting into the white, because the white of your lemon is actually kind of bitter. So we just wanna get that yellow off. I thought you were gonna make a healthy bar. What about baking says healthy? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, why would I? Like, I don't, there's no point. Guys, there's no point in consuming like a low calorie cookie. Just don't have a cookie. Like, it's just gonna be worse. It's just like, it's just don't bake. Yeah, eat an apple. Are BakeAlongs free? No, you have to Prime. Unfortunately, if you are in chat right now and you haven't primed, you're actually breaking the law. So, kind of awkward. All right, I'm on lemon number 3. Oh, thank you, Sir York, for paying your fine. 8-bit Amethyst, thank you for the 5 months, paying your fine. Pattern, thank you for paying your fine. E1 Moist, thank you for paying your fine. Have you made a lime bar before? Yes, I do love lime bars, but I did lemon because we made a lime bar more recently. Anxious Bubble, thank you for the 21 months. Usually we do bake what I'm craving at the time, which is hard because sometimes I'm not craving anything, or sometimes I'm only craving lemon bars. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub. Corey Q, thank you for the 3 months. What's the difference? I mean, the flavor. Limes taste different than lemons. We might do a more complicated macaron BakeALong soon because I've been craving coconut lime macarons. So. Not again. Every time I do a BakeALong for macarons, I fuck it up though. Aren't limes more bitter? They are. It's Pia. Thank you for the 2 months. Love the vibes here. Thank you. That's very kind. Sorry, my prime went to Hassan. Isn't his whole thing about sharing the wealth? So it's like you don't even care about him.
Yeah, fuck 100 thieves.
Wow.
Let's go.
That's a crazy thing to say out loud.
You just beat him.
Oh. No. You hated the lime bars, they were too sour. That's the other problem. I love sour. So I am a bad influence. Sophia, thank you for the 15 months. That's a lot of lemon skin. You can't really go overboard with zest. I mean, you can, but like, we want lemon bars. We don't want sugar bars. I want this to be very lemony.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I throw a crazy suggestion maybe actually instead?
Uh-huh.
Can you throw creatine powder in one? What would that do? Would that work? Would that kill it?
I can't really do it in one.
It'd have to be the whole shit?
Yeah.
That's not worth. That's not worth.
If you would have told me sooner, I actually had extra dough. I could have tested it. If you're okay with garbage dough, are you okay with garbage dough? I can test it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's like,
Oh.
yeah.
No, that's actually just garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage.
That's not garbage dough. My bad, I should have said it earlier.
Chat, I have to pee really bad.
I hate peeing.
Okay, the lemon zest is in charge. They can hear you, just warning you.
Ugh. Yeah, fuck 100 thieves. Valkyrie, eat shit. Nate Shot, eat shit. Courage JD. I kind of like Courage. Eat shit. Nah, we're sorry. It's LTA right now, so I'm watching my league team. And my league team just won. Elam's on 100 Thieves. Who's this weirdo? Okay, I'm out. Hurting me. I'm sensitive.
Lemon zest is too quiet. Well, it's Pride Month. Like, you can't, like, let the zest do its thing. You just started getting spiked it. It's fine. It'll be okay. Okay. He dipped a date in there. Ew. All right. This is your lemon zest and sugar. All we're going to do now is we're going to make it friends with the sugar. We're going to take our fingers and we're just going to like run it together. It's really 3 cups. This is so much sugar. This is way too much filling, but whatever. We're just gonna make them friends. We're gonna make them combined. It's good to do this with any recipe that has zest in it. Run it with your sugar, because what it does is it helps break down the oils in that zest, and it lets you get more flavor because it kind of like breaks it apart, you know, because sugar is very abrasive. And so it starts grinding down that zest. 3 cups is insane. I should have looked at this recipe a little closer. 3 cups is way too much. Whatever. Okay. 1 minute left, okay. Do you make any deep fried stuff like donuts or cannolis? We've made donuts on stream before. Ooh, congrats, Diana. Okay. Now that that's all kind of been, you know, we hung out with that for a little bit. We got that lime zest broken down. We're going to add our 1/2 cup of flour. And we're just going to combine that. Again, you can just use a wooden spoon here or a spatula. We don't need a whisk or anything. Timer? Okay. You look like you have chronic insomnia. I don't, so. Bit of a cosplay. Okay. All right, we're gonna pull our crust. As long as your crust is a little golden, you've done it. If it's not golden, let's leave it in there for 3 more minutes. Mine doesn't really have a touch of gold on it, like not even a little bit. Doesn't even have a touch. So I'm gonna give it, it's a little puffed, which is good. I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes. Just a little golden. It doesn't need to be all golden, but it needs some. Just 3? Well, we do 3 and then we check it, because you can't take back time. You can always add time. Okay. So, reminder, we have 3 cups of sugar in here. We have all of our lemon zest from our lemons that we've used thus far. And we have 1/2 cup of flour in here. Now, we are going to add our eggs. 1 at a time. 1. Nice. We're just gonna mix that in. It doesn't need to be fully combined. We're just breaking it down. You're just making sure you don't have a floating yolk anywhere. Okay, done. Two. Just making sure we have no loosey-goosey egg. It's slowly going to get more and more wet. Okay. 3. It's gonna get more and more wet, more and more wet. Why do recipes want 1 egg at a time? Why does it matter? It's just a safety mechanism to stop you from ending up with egg kind of just floating. I've seen someone before make a cake, and they just added all their eggs at once. The cake comes out of the oven, they take it out of the pan, and there's just one like poached egg within the cake because they didn't see it get incorporated. So it's just a safety measurement, really, in most recipes. Okay. Timer, okay, I'll get it in a second. Let me just add this egg. This is egg number 6. We have 8 eggs total. Okay, it's burning. It's definitely not burning. Okay. It's just enough. It's going to be really hard for the camera to pick this up. But my edges are just barely golden. And that's good. We're happy with that. We don't need more gold than that. Just your edges barely golden are fine. So I'm going to set this out here. And we're just going to let it hang out while we finish this, okay? Is there a reason you're using a silicone spatula instead of a wooden spoon? No, you can use a wooden spoon. The only reason I use the silicone spatula is it's easier to scrape the sides of your bowl and just make sure everything's fully incorporated. Since it's a lot of filling, could we freeze some and use it for baking at a later date? Yes, you could. Which is probably what I will end up doing because my pan is smaller. Will BakeALong be uploaded or kept as a VOD? It gets uploaded as a VOD. Okay. So that was egg number 8. Just gonna get that combined. Nice. Last thing we need to add is our lemon juice. We want about a cup. We're just gonna roll these. It helps loosen up your juice. Are we keeping the oven on? Yes. Okay. I got some crud in here. I gotta wipe that out. Okay. Can you beat the egg first and then add it to the mix? Sure. Okay, we're getting, when can I add orange in? So you just would substitute your orange for your lemon juice. We're trying to get a cup. So I'm just gonna go like this. If you don't have a juicer, you can just use a fork. You can hand squeeze it, whatever you've got. January, thank you for gifting a sub. How much zest? You should zest every lemon you use. So like right now, could you use grapefruit? Yeah. Right now, if I need to add another lemon after these 4 lemons, I will zest it before I juice it. Isn't that a lot of zest? You can't really go too zest heavy. All zest does is make it more lemony flavor, which we're making lemon bars, so I assume you want a lemony flavor. What do I do if I don't like lemons? I wouldn't make this recipe. Is a gluten-free version possible? I'm actually currently making a gluten-free version. I'm just using gluten-free flour. What's an expiration date for cakes like these? I mean, this is lemon bars. This isn't a cake. If you freeze it, it can last a really long time. If you put it in your fridge, I'd give it a week. Until you see mold, pretty much, is what I would say. Which flour brand specifically? I don't know. I haven't found a gluten-free flour brand that I'm like telling you is the best thing ever. I haven't found one that I love yet. You can obviously just buy lemon juice and do it that way, but it's actually better in baking to use fresh lemon juices, fresh citrus juices, because citrus has a naturally occurring thickening agent called pectin. And so it helps thicken our filling, which if you buy the like canned juice, the pre-squeezed juice, some of that has died off, like it's just been exposed, you know. Does she post the recipe beforehand so we can follow along as she bakes? Yes, that's why it's called a BakeALong. So if you want recipes in the future, join the Discord. We are making banana bread next Sunday. Okay. Okay, let's see what I'm at. I am a little shy of a cup, so I'm gonna do another lemon. And like I said, we're not gonna let this zest go to waste. So we're just gonna zest this lemon before I juice it, and we're just gonna add it directly into our mixture. Hi, Coots. Why are you staring at me like that? Do you use organic lemon? I try to, but I don't know. I use whatever lemon I grab. But I try to use organic ingredients because I have a fear of cancer. All right. I've made a vintage heart cake before. We have made so many vintage cakes. It's kind of insane. Is your face okay? I think so. I think it is. This is just how it looks. Am I able to make lemon bars in the shape of Mario's rear end? That would be hard, but you could do it. Have you ever made pavlova? Yes, I have. We haven't done it on stream because it takes so long to cool, but we could sometime, maybe this summer. I try to do bake-alongs that can be done in one session. That's why we very rarely do breads. That's why we've done tres leches only once. How come you talk nicely to comments that bully you in chat? Were you a timid person growing up? You should stand up for yourself. Because I don't think it's fun to watch. It's like that feeling when you're sitting in class at school and one fucker is like playing on his phone, and so the teacher's like, Jonathan, why are you on your phone, you stupid piece of shit? And then you just feel awkward and horrible, and you're like, that ruined my vibe. So I yell at one person in chat. I stand up for myself to someone that I don't know. That's standing up for my, like, I don't fucking know you. They just said something for attention. There's no reason to stand up for myself. It's just gonna make everyone feel like shit in chat. So it's like, they know they're a dick. Like, I don't care. I don't care to tell them. The only reason they'd be saying anything like that to me in my chat is because they're miserable. And so there's like, what do you want me to do? They're already miserable. There's nothing I can add to that. If I stand up for myself and I say, hey, my face is not fucked up, that's not going to make them more miserable or less miserable. They're already miserable. So. And they're sitting here giving me money by watching me. It's like, yeah, I don't care. All right, my cup of lemon is going directly in here. We're just gonna mix that in. Do a lot of chatters BakeALong? Yeah, they do. The earlier I post the recipe, the more chatters BakeALong, obviously. So we probably don't have that many this week because I posted it kind of late. But hopefully we'll have more next week because I'm gonna post that one kind of early because you need to get bananas like right away. Yeah, that's been someone in chat said it. That's been my thing recently too, is just saying let them. Someone's talking shit on you in chat, okay. They also just watch the ads that go directly into my bank account, like let them. Whatever. Do you do cook-alongs or just bake-alongs? Just bake-alongs. All right, this is our filling. It does smell amazing. It's awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna grab our pan, which again, mine is a little small, so I anticipate having leftover filling, and that's okay. So we're just gonna pour it on there. You can also go kind of thick. You're just gonna have to bake it a little longer. I might just go thick. Well, I don't know. It might be too thick. Well, fuck it, we ball. I'm going thick. I'm making the thickest lemon bars this side of Mississippi. Mine are gonna take a while to bake. If you have a 9x13 pan, it's gonna take about 20 minutes. My pan, I'm gonna give it 30. And then it might even need 10 more. So if you have a 9x13 pan, do 20 minutes and then you're gonna check on it. We're gonna see if there's any jiggle. So right now, because that's probably my number one question is people say, Cutie, how do I know it's done? Well, look at it right now. It is soup. This looks like soup, okay? It's kind of like cheesecake where you put it in and it's like, well, this is clearly not done. So what happens with, what is it called? Lemon bars is you want it to no longer be liquid. Pretty easy answer there. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna set a timer for 30 minutes because mine is really thick. Do I need to leave space for it to grow? No. I mean, I wouldn't fill it up to your rim ever. I don't want to lead you astray there. I would leave, you know what? I'm just nervous for you now specifically. Leave at least 1/4 of an inch, okay? Because it will puff a little bit, but it won't like grow. And I just got nervous. You're going to fill it up to the brim and then we're going to have a problem. And then you're going to be like, my house is on fire. And I'm like, I am not liable. It'll be the whole thing, you know. All right. Okay, clean as we go. We're gonna throw all this stuff into the sink. I have a glass pan, does that matter? No, I have a glass pan too. These are my animals. Do you like rhubarb-based desserts? No, I don't actually. I've only made like strawberry rhubarb pie one time, and I think I've made a strawberry rhubarb tartlet one time. I'm convinced that was just invented to find a use for rhubarb. Because rhubarb is pretty easy to grow. People are like, what do I do with all my rhubarb? It's like, I don't know, don't grow it. Rhubarb is great. You like it? I don't like it. All right, so you can put everything away besides your powdered sugar because we're going to use that to sprinkle on top, but literally everything else can be put away. Have you ever done an eclair BakeALong? Yes, we have. We could do eclairs soon. It's been like literally 4 years since we did eclairs. Have you ever thought of baking the Olympic muffins? No. I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, fuck me and the muffins. Ha ha. They are really good muffins they served at the Olympic Village. All right, we'll do a BakeALong. All right, we'll do it. Do you have a favorite cooking / baking YouTuber? I don't really watch anyone. I like watching that guy's videos that does like the 48 hours, whatever, because they're just such overkill. But I don't really watch anybody. I never even watched Rosanna Pansino, but I know she's like really famous for baking and stuff. But when she respectfully became like a Mr. Beast like schizo poster, I was like, this is too much for me. But now she's back to doing like normal stuff. She did smoke her dad too, which was crazy. You didn't like that she was based incorrect? It's just like, there's a point in time where I just believe karma will do it. If you're really that mad at someone, let karma do its job. It's just like, holy shit. Yeah, the trash will always, always, always end up at the dumpster eventually, probably. Yeah, rotten fruit will fall on its own. One of those things. Like, just like, if you become obsessed with like taking someone down or whatever, like I think especially in this industry, you're no better than like literally the schizos. It's like just Focus on your lane. Karma will karma will clap cheeks eventually. Like, just be the best you there can be. And you know, that's what I believe, but you don't have to believe in that. Karma will get you. Yeah, caramel. Confucius saying, karma claps more cheeks than you ever could. Yeah. The way you talk about Taylor Swift karma coming, I'm not sure I believe you. Karma is real. Okay? Oh, is Ashley here? Ashley, I have a really fun idea. I'm gonna need you to clock in for. She's not here. Damn it. Okay, Ashley hates us. What's the point? Sergeant Sag, thank you for the gifted sub. Who's the next guest on the pod? Vivian. I don't like, for the record, I would like to make something very clear. I'm not happy with the amount of guest episodes we've done. I think it made us lazy, and I don't like that. There's too many guest episodes in a row. I'm with you. I've seen the comments. I agree with you. But they are good, and it's cool. And we live and we learn. So. Yeah, we can't delay them. It just doesn't make sense because we fucked up where we referenced other stuff and yeah. Yeah, Maya specifically came to LA to bulk record, which was fine, but anyway, it's a whole thing. But it won't happen again to this capacity, probably, ever. So yeah. Is it possible to do a non-guest episode in between the guest ones? Yes, in theory, but then it delays subjects that you talk about on the guest ones, so it's kind of just we just got to get them out. The guest episodes have been good, which is, it's better to do them in person, and it's good to have guests, and it's been fun, but, whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Won't happen again. Cutie, is it better to use parchment paper for this? You can. Parchment paper is just fine. You don't have to, but. Maybe guest episodes on the paywall? No, there's no reason for that. I mean, we already have the bonus episode with the guest on the paywall, but I will say Wine About It structure will be changing soon, and it's going to be really exciting. Genuinely. I'm cooking, and it's going to be dope. So just keep yourself on your toes. The Patreon's going to be better. Everything's going to be better. It's going to be different, but it's going to be better. Prezzo on the podcast for Pride Month. Ooh, yuck. Another rebrand? No, we just never finished our first rebrand, really. The Patreon photos never got updated, and just random stuff. It's gonna be all fixed within the next 2 months. I still don't know who Prezzo is, just a ghostly name that's been around for years. Well, he is dead. So. We do miss him. Cutie, can we have an alinity for a Pride episode? No, because our last pre-recorded episode is at the end of Pride Month. So, I think our first episode back is either June 25th, right? It might be July 2nd. I don't remember. You recorded that much? Yeah. We have Vivian. Vivian's actually a dope guest for Pride. Yeah. Yeah, we get Vivian, Doug, Hassan, and 39 Daff for Pride. All my gay icons. Well, it's kind of bad timing for the Doug episode because we talked to him about gay icons and he couldn't name one. Doug does not understand what a gay icon is. Said Jojo Siwa, obviously. Doug thinks gay people are just confused. Yeah. Have you been practicing for Roomy Rumble? Every day of my life. Do we have an update on Fury and merch? That's a Marsh question. Oh, wait. I do have one update for you. It's not for clothing, but you might be excited. Swift is so cute. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. It's literally body pillow. Like, it is as tall as me almost. Ah. You can cuddle it. Look, cuddling position. Ooh. Ah. Bear is not one of me. I'd like to make that very clear. No cutie one. No. No. You weirdos. Where's the marsh pillow? It's just a stick figure. Is there a Hassan one? The second one was this is Hassan. That's AI Hassan. This was drawn by Matt, okay? They're not AI, you weirdos. You guys need to be careful with that because that hurts the artists that spend a long time making this. You can't just say they're AI. It's not nice. I am going to update their hair because this was drawn literally 2 years ago. So I've got to update their hair, both Hassan's and Will's. But Austin's hair has not changed. Besides maybe like move it back a little bit. He's going to be so mad I said that. I take it back. But we are going to sell them. Unfortunately, they don't come with the pillows. You have to buy those separately, but we'll have a link on the website for the pillows. Because if we shipped them with the pillows, it would be like triple the cost for shipping when you can just get them on Amazon with free shipping. So that's why we had to do it. It's a little annoying, but that's how we had to do it. Hey, K Tortilla, thank you for the sub. It like wasn't worth to do that. Rehire your artist. Well, these are just from forever ago, so I just have to DM him and have him update the hair, and then it'll be fine. How much? I don't know. Sadly, I think they're like 25 bucks each because they're so big, and then the pillow is like 10 bucks on Amazon. That's not bad. I mean, I think it kind of sucks for a pillow, but $20, that's all I have for Hassan. Pirate, chill. No way the pillow is 10. I don't remember the one we found. Maybe the pillow was another 20, I don't know. $5, take it or leave it. Actually, let me DM Matt right now and ask him to update their hair. Oh, Maya called me, but she doesn't know I'm live. Oh, would you take 17? Guys, this isn't a bidding system. They're going to be on the Fear and merch website. Matt. Matt, there he is. Hello. One final update. Will you update Will and Hassan's hair to be more accurate to their current looks, period? We will be selling these within the next month. Finally, yippee. Period. And if you have not, please send Marsh an invoice for your artwork on these. If you do not have Marsh's info, I can connect the two of you, period. It corrected Marsh to Marsh, M-A-R-S-H, and then it called him Maria later. It said if you don't have Maria's info. Great, well, I sent it that way, so quick little asterisk with Marsh. I was watching on my phone and the stream randomly turned into Alinity's. I was confused. Honestly, not bad. Honestly, a bit of an upgrade. Cutie, you should get one made of you, but just the background of your stream or something. Nah, people are just too weird. I don't want anything. I'll see like tributes on it. Like, it's just not worth it. I thought about getting one with like a totem pole of Swift and then Durs and then Coots on top of them, but I don't know. I'm messaging him the pet idea. I'm saying make all of our pets stacked like a totem pole, but leave off Austin's cats because it's funny. Bandit! Kai would take the whole pillow on her own. It might be funny to do their butts on the back. Okay, I'm just messaging him. As soon as the drawings are done, we should be able to just go live with them because we already got the samples. The samples are good, so. All right. Okay, mine is way too liquidy for 20 minutes and 9 by 13. How much wiggle we looking for? Like a cheesecake, yeah. My bars are super wet but browning on the top. I would lower your temperature by 10. Is it normal to be bubbling? Yes. They should be bubbling. Let me check their recipe, actually. I should triple check theirs. I mean, I know they should be bubbling, but this isn't my recipe, so I need to look at it. It's super liquid still. Let me triple check. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna bake for 25 minutes anyway. Oh, we only want the center to be set. So as long as your center isn't liquidy, then you're fine. You can let them cool. But I would give them 5 more minutes. Mine has a golden layer on top. That's huge. That's great. Dion, thank you for the 38 months. Uncommon. I mean, I really like fig and banana. When I make a banana cake, I usually do a cream cheese frosting and a fig filling. It's pretty good. If you want to take it next level, you can do a caramel drizzle on top. What if the center is liquid but the exterior is solid? Exterior is solid. I would wait for your center to get a little more, just your center, just a little more solid. Do they even go well together? Yes, otherwise I wouldn't do it. Do I toothpick the lemon bar? No. Nope. If your sides are bubbly and your center is a little set, it's okay if it's runny looking, because it's gonna cool and set. Hi, Swiffers. Why you look drunk? Sometimes you look a little drunk. It looks kind of low-key like you peed over here, which makes me a little sad, but you do you. I don't know when he did that. Sometimes he does that. Your dog ever sneak a pee? It's insane. It's like I'm right here. I will let you out. Let him? I mean, I did. I did, clearly. It's already dry, so it must have been from like a day ago. My dog is a good boy. Okay, my dog's a good boy too, but he's 14, okay? Sometimes he wants to pee in the house. He's earned it. 14 damn years of being the best boy ever. He can sneak a pee. My dog is a secret pisser. Yeah. He loves it. He can't hold his bladder. That might be it, but he also like, it's also kind of not it, because sometimes I'll let him out. I'll watch him pee. I will see the pee leave his wiener, and then I'll let him in the house. I will give him a treat. I will say, bye, run into the store, Swift. I will go to the store for 15 minutes. I will come home. He will have peed in the house out of resentment. I say, okay, I left for 15 minutes. I'm back. I came back. What the hell? He gets nervous, leave him alone. He doesn't even get nervous. He does it because he's mad at me. Like, and I know it. He thinks you're never coming back. He's like, she's never coming back. I'm going to have to pee inside. He needs more treats. I don't know if that's true. Right now, he has 3 different types of dry dog food out because I'm trying to figure out which one is his favorite. Because as he's gotten older, he's just changed his mind. I just don't know. And he can only have healthy food besides Caesar's. He does get Caesar's dry food as an option because that used to be his favorite, but I don't know if it's his favorite anymore. So I filled 3 bowls with 3 different types of flavors, and we're going to see which one runs out first. And then I'll be like, oh, that's your favorite. Mine gets a big roll of Fresh Pet. Yeah, so my dog, so Swift was getting Fresh Pet, but then I read a bunch of stuff online that said it wasn't good. And I was like, what? And so I swapped him to Purina Pro Plan because that's what my vet said to do. But then he doesn't like it. So now I'm like playing the fun game of mixing stuff and trying to figure out what to freaking eat because he's lost weight because he's gotten picky. And so I'm like, oh my God. It's like a whole thing. It's like, anyway. Is Swift anxious a lot? He has gotten such bad anxiety with age. It's crazy. Science Hill diet has so many choices. Maybe I'll look at that. I don't know. He kind of liked just food for dogs the other day, so we're gonna do that one. I don't know. He's just a pill, but I love him, so we're just gonna keep trying. Do you think he has dementia? No, I think he's beautiful and natural and a genius. The hype train has ended. We reached level 1. Okay, guys, that's put your Kendricks away. I don't know if we should. He does love onions. We do know that. He loves onions. We use Science Hill for our cats. I've never heard of that one, so maybe I'll write that down. I'll try that. Ollie frozen food. My dog loves it. Okay. I will also try that. Okay. What's your enchilada recipe? My enchilada recipe depends how lazy I am. If I'm being lazy, I buy a rotisserie chicken and the garlic one, and I rip it up and I use that chicken in my enchiladas. Yum. And I mix it with pinto beans and salsa verde and sauteed onions. And I mix it all together. And then I fry my corn tortillas. I grab my corn tortillas. I stuff them with that chicken mix with a little bit of cheese, roll it up, pour the salsa verde on top, and then cheese on top, cook it. Yummy. So yum. Mozzarella or Parmesan? You should not use mozzarella or Parmesan in your enchiladas. I know I am a white woman and you might not want to take my advice on enchiladas, but I assure you, I actually make dope Mexican food. American cheese it is, yes. How many coffees a day? I only do 1. That's appropriation. Oh, is it appropriation? I'm a Hermana to all of you, okay? It's true. Boyfriend is Latinx? No, you know what's crazy? Is that Ludwig literally even stole that from us. Don't call me a tia, that's not nice. I want to be a Hermana. We've always talked about me being half Latin. From us, yeah. And randomly on his stream, he was like, I'm Latinx. I was like, no, you're not. That's our thing. I don't know how he does that. It's like we've had this going on for a year, maybe even 2. I didn't call dibs. That's my fault. Appropriating appropriation is crazy. I know. All right, mine is maybe done. I'm going on my knees. I'm going down. I'm going freaking down. Okay, mine is still very liquidy. It looks like soup. Mine is not done. We've got to wait. We're gonna give mine 10 more minutes. Like I said, it's okay if it moves, but your middle should be set like an island in it. The edges are bubbling. The edges and some bubbles are browning. Edges are pretty set, but the middle is still a bit jiggly. If your middle is jiggly but not liquidy, you can pull it. It has to set for 2 hours anyway. Thank you, Carmen, for the 4. My middle is jiggly. It's okay if it's jiggly, but it can't look watery. Like if it looks like soup, that's bad. You can have a little jiggle. Think like Jell-O jiggle. That's good. If it looks like a Jell-O jiggle, that's fine. If it looks like soup or the ocean, that's bad. What do you do if it looks like soup? You leave it in there. We're going to check it in 10 minutes if it looks like soup. If it's too hard, it's bad. I mean, it's just overcooked. Do you like Whole Foods berry chantilly cake? If no, do you have a good recipe? I do like it, but I'll be honest, I make a better one. I know that because I make my dad a chantilly cake every year for his birthday. Except for this year he wanted what did he want? He wanted funfetti. Specifically boxed funfetti. I was like, okay. That's a choice. What's that? It's Pillsbury. Tatatori, thank you for the year. Teach us, please. It's my fave too. My birthday's June 11th. We can do a chantilly cake. I'll add it to the list. Watching you and Extra Emily at Disney right now. That was my favorite. Oh, well, happy you liked it. Have you ever done the hack where you replace boxed cake like the egg with Dr. Pepper? Yes, I have done that because you can actually make it like vegan that way. Duncan Hines specifically. Let me see. I can show you. I think I have one. It's a fun little vegan hack. Where is it? Yes. Okay. So if you look at the ingredients of Duncan Hines, you've got flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, canola oil, salt, palm oil. That's it. Okay, and some chemical things of that. So if you just take this and you use a Diet Coke instead of eggs, vegetable oil, or water, just a can of Diet Coke, it's a vegan cake. You can also do a can of root beer. I would recommend, this is my favorite secret, is a can of cherry Coke, because then you get a little bit of cherry with your chocolate. It's kind of fun. Does it taste good? Yep. You can do Dr. Pepper. You can honestly do any soda. Does it change the taste? A little bit. I'm planning to make a vegan lemon poppy seed cake for my birthday Wednesday, so let's pray it goes well. Well, Sammy, just buy Duncan Hines lemon poppy seed mix and do a can of Sprite. Easy peasy. Any soda works? Yep. Yep. I was gonna do a stream where I did like a tier list of different sodas with vanilla cake, but then I'd end up with so much extra cake that I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. But maybe I'll do it someday. Sarah Brawl, thank you for the 5 gifted. You could do it with cupcakes. I mean, that's still a lot of cupcakes. Do you have to be careful mixing it so not to mess up the bubbles? No, just fucking put it all in. It'll be fine. Can you do it with coffee? No. You could do it with carbonated coffee. I would make sure there's carbonation. You could give it to a church that feeds homeless in the morning. They actually don't usually take homemade baked goods, unfortunately. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, it's super lame. And sometimes some like homeless shelters won't even take unpackaged stuff. So even if a restaurant, Ignorant Spoon, thank you for the 5 gifted. Even if a restaurant like comes and brings them a plate of chicken, they'll be like, nope, sorry, they're not individually packaged, so we don't know like if it's safe or not. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. Is it for safety? Yeah. Because if the homeless shelter gives it to the homeless and the homeless gets sick, that's on the homeless shelter. But it's like, it's so lame. Didn't they just pass a law in LA to avoid that? I don't know. Maybe they did. Doomslayer, thank you for the prime. I was gonna say the same thing. There are too many people opening a hostel towards homeless people. Yeah, it's a bummer. It makes sense, but it also sucks. There's an issue at the grocery store I worked at. We used to give vegetable trimmings to people for their rabbits. Someone ate some, got sick, tried to sue the store. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's like, okay, would you rather us just like put it in the garbage? Like, it's so crazy that they do that. If I was homeless, would you let me move in with you for a couple months? Nope. I wouldn't. Have you made an Earl Grey cake? Yeah, I did for Wendy and Abe's wedding, actually. I know. Didn't work out, so unfortunately that cake is cursed. I blame the cake. Yeah, I blame the cake. Honestly, you know what I blame? This is funny. I've done weddings for a very long time. I did a lot of wedding cakes. And so there's a few signs. One of those always being, and you'll notice, because I even said it on the stream, I was like, oh, da da da. when only one person goes to the cake tasting, it's always a sign. I'm not kidding. It seems like a little thing, but it's a communication and a priority issue, and I can't tell you the amount of times I've said, we'll see. And I've been right. I'm not trying to be that person. I've made over 1,000 wedding cakes. I've made some wedding cakes for the same couples that have gotten divorced and then remarried. I've seen it all. That's one of the signs. That's something I think about. I go, ooh. Gotta love repeat business, though. Gotta love repeat business. Have you ever made divorce cakes? Yeah, I have. I have made a divorce cake or two. Timer? Okay, let's check. What's a divorce cake? People throw parties for getting divorced, which is kind of fun. I did one for a sandwich, actually. Okay, mine is nice and golden now. Okay, it's a jiggle, and it's not water, so I'm happy with mine. Mine's done, chat. I'm gonna show you. It's okay if it jiggles. If it's rolling like the ocean, it's not okay. That's the difference here. Okay, focus. Focus on that, not my face. Focus on this, not my face. Come on, think about it. Camera, you got this? Okay, see when I shake it? There's no like waves happening, but it is jiggling. That's fine. Jiggles are good. Waves are not. It shouldn't look like the Loch Ness Monster when you shake it. It should jiggle like Jello. Perfect. See that? It's jiggly. That's fine. Okay. We are gonna leave it in its pan. And the worst thing about lemon bars, you gotta let them come to room temperature. I'm really sorry. We cannot have them yet. But you can do powdered sugar on top, which you actually don't want to do while it's hot either, because the powdered sugar will just melt, but whatever. For the sake of the stream. As if there's not enough sugar. Yippee! And I say the sugar will melt because the condensation from it cooling down will actually just wetten the sugar, so it won't look as pretty. But you should wait until it cools and then put some sugar on it. Any tips for someone who wants to do solo learning piping vintage cakes? The biggest tip is just buying the right tips. Do you line the pan with parchment? How do you get it out? I actually didn't line this one nor spray it because you're just going to cut bars out of it and scoop them up. They're not going to you're not going to ever take this out of its thing and dump it and then cut it. I mean, you could if you're like serving it, but listen, everyone here is home bakers, so I'm not going to teach you how to properly display these as you would in the bakery, which you would take them out of the pan and then cut them into and then put them on a tray or whatever. Like, just eat this out of the pan. You're a home baker. You're going to be okay. Sadly. And then we can have them. I know, it's a bummer. It is a bummer. Yeah, wag your tails. Can you put them in the fridge or freezer to cool faster? You could. I wouldn't, because what can happen is if these cool too long specifically, I mean, you can, if you do it, just do them uncovered. It's fine. If you do them covered, what can happen is the heat can create condensation and then you lose your, you get like this nice caramelized top on these types of lemon bars. And if you put them in the fridge too soon, you might lose that. So I'd recommend just leaving them out, but that's up to you, whatever. Do what you freaking want, whatever makes you happy. If you want to eat them right away, throw them in the freezer, take them out in 30 minutes, you'll be fine. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm gonna call it there so I can get some cleaning done, get some work done, and start cooking for Sunday dinner soon. No taste test. I mean, I can't really, but I'm gonna pull up. If you made it, post a picture in Food Pics. We're gonna look at them right now. We're gonna look at the pizzas from last week too. I can't do a taste test because it needs to cool. So I'm not going to do Sunday roast. I thought about doing roast, but it's like, it's like summer almost. So I don't really want to do a roast. I thought about just doing a roasted chicken maybe or something like that. But I think, I don't know. I'm just going to think about it. I think I'm just going to do lemon chicken because I'm in a lemony mood. And then ice cream. I think I'm going to do homemade Oreo ice cream, which will be fun. Tasty. And some vegetables in a salad and some yummy stuff. So if I had the ingredients, I would maybe meal prep with you guys, but I don't have all the ingredients. So I was like, I'll just do it off stream and listen to some podcasts and some music and stuff like that. But yeah. All right. Let's look at the food pics in Discord right now. Let me see your lemon bars. Let me see. I'm a little short. Stop the music. Thank you for the 25 months. Okay. She got distracted. I didn't get distracted. Okay, I did. Where's our Discord? Food pics. What the hell is that? Sometimes you guys post stuff and I'm like, what? What did you make? That's a lot of fruit pizzas I'm seeing in here. Those look nice. Let's look at these lemon bars. All right, the annoying thing about lemon bars is they're just like not very pretty. So I'm like, let's look at these. And then it's like, all right, that's lemon bar. Oh, that's me. We can look at the pizzas from last week. Let's look at those. All right, chat, where are you? Okay. Pizzas, 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 pizzas. Right here. There's some of our pizzas. They're so pretty. Look at them go. Let's start all the freaking way. Oh my God, so many of you made the pizza. Okay, that's not. Holy moly, look at you guys go. Okay, I think that's, okay, there we go. Let's just start. They did strawberries and blueberries. Those look awesome. They made a square one, strawberries and raspberries. See, I love including the kiwis and the oranges and stuff because it just makes it so like colorful. That's one thing I really like about fruit pizza is making it colorful. They made 2 because they did little 9-inch pans. Look how pretty that photo is. Jeez Louise. Nice. I like that. That's pretty. These look like art. That one is fake. That one's pretty. I would definitely make your kiwi thinner, but you do you. Pretty. A work of art. I love this one. They just sprinkled it. They're like, I give up. These are very pretty. I hope they were good. I hope you guys liked them. Nice, nice. That one's very pretty. Something about, oh look, they even cut their kiwis into stars. That's cute. Pretty. Ooh, thin slices. That's nice. That's so nice. Just the berry ones are good. Whatever works. More, they did mint leaf. Very pretty. These look so good. You guys are heroes. They look incredible. Okay, and then today's lemon bars. We have lots of people's food. Unpowdered, looks like a lemon bar. Looks like a lemon bar. Looks kind of sick. Looks like a lemon bar. Looks like a lemon bar. Looks like a lemon bar. See, that's the hard thing about lemon bars. It's like they just look like lemon bars. There's not really it's not like, oh, that's so pretty. It looks like a lemon bar. 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 Ooh, got impatient. They already ate some. That one looks too wet, respectfully. That one might need to go back in the oven, but maybe you haven't put it in the oven yet. Waiting to top it with sugar when it's cooled. Also made strawberry shortcake biscuits. Ooh, yum. First live BakeALong. Hell yeah. Welcome, welcome. So many of you. Ooh, I like that pan. That's a pretty pan. What happened here? Did you put full lemons in there? Lemon rind? Oh. That was a choice. I would not recommend. I would just skip the zest rather than putting chunks of lemon rind in there. But now you know. Now you know. That's different than zest. That is rind, but looks like they stabbed with a spoon. Well, no, this was like quite, it looks like you cut a lemon in half. I'm not going to lie to you, and stuck it in there, but maybe you'll like it. I sprinkled only half for now. Okay, first time BakeALong. These all look good. It looks like you all nailed it, besides that guy that put whole lemons in there. That's awesome! Good job, everybody. All right. Tomorrow, I will not be streaming. Do you do this every week? We do it on the weekends. Tomorrow, I will be streaming. If you're interested in the next BakeALong, buy bananas now. You want them to be ripe by next Sunday, okay? Buy bananas now. We're doing banana bread next Sunday. Tiny Flytrap just posted theirs in the Discord. Those look like lemon bars. They look great. We will do banana bread next Sunday. The recipe will be posted soonish. And then our next stream is Tuesday. We're not streaming Monday and Thursday this week. So besides that, we have a stream every day. Tuesday, we're just doing clips, unbanned forms and gaming. And then Wednesday, we're doing IRL stream with Vanilla Mace. Thursday, we are off. Friday, we are making my birthday cake, and we're revealing, we gave the prompt to 5 bakeries, a 1-star, 2-star, a 3-star, a 4-star, a 5-star. For the theme was You're on Your Own, Kid. So we'll make our own cake, how we would decorate that theme. And then we will reveal those. And then Saturday, I am streaming with Jason. We are decorating his stream room. And then Sunday is the banana bread BakeALong. So it's birthday week. It's birthday week. Yippee. So that's our week. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, okay? See you Tuesday. See you then. Thanks for hanging out. If you have a Twitch Prime, drop it like it's hot, as Snoop Dogg would say. There's a lot of you here today. If you like BakeALongs, the next one is Sunday. Again, join the Discord if you want the recipe for the next one. Jello just spelled BakeALong wrong. 2D Firefly, thank you for the Prime. I'm glad BakeALongs are back. BakeALongs are so back, baby. They're so freaking back. All right. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Mods, raid whomsoever you would like. Bye. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to follow.